right, time for some sugar spice and something shamefully delicious.
Chef Shayne Rogers, a.k.a. Shayne Rogers, is here with a great fall-inspired dessert recipe, pumpkin spice cake bites. And I'll tell you, you just rip that calendar page off and you automatically just start smelling pumpkin spice. Everything.
Everything.
Yay!
Even the gas pumps smell
I'm
like
so excited.
pumpkin spice.
I love pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin. I love the spices, all of it together.
So you're in heaven.
I know, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Me too.
I knew that.
I'm just going to go ahead and see what we're working
You're
with.
just jumping right to the end?
She's jumping into
It's all the time we have. Thanks so much.
Right?
We're starting from the rear going to the front.
Right,
All
right. We're going to start.
Jump in.
There's just a little bit of baking to do with this. This lovely concoction is literally just a yellow box mix with a can of pumpkin. Spread it out in here, bake it for at 350 for 23 to 25 minutes, and you're ready to go. We're going to pop that into the bowl and mix it up with some frosting, if I can get it out.
So it's finished cake, you baked.
It's just cake mix and pumpkin. Don't put all the other ingredients in there that you would put in if you were.
Actually, it just looks so good right there.
It tastes
Do
yum.
a face plant right in that bowl.
It smelled so good, and it's just literally, there's not spices in here or anything. There's just cake and pumpkin. Just that's it, the yellow cake mix. So then start out, kind of push this down a little bit.
Break it up.
Break it up. And then start with some cream cheese frosting. You can buy the cream cheese frosting. I decided to make it because I'm shamefully delicious. But buy a can of cream cheese frosting.
That's what I do.
Well, you'd be disappointed if I brought canned frosting, wouldn't you?
I would.
Start with some of it. You're going to need about 2 cups total, and start mixing it in.
Shayne, can I ask the difference between just regular frosting and the cream cheese frosting?
Well, the cream cheese is delicious.
Is it really just about the taste?
It's cream cheese and
texture?
butter. I think it's the texture. I like the taste of it.
Okay.
I like the cream cheese, and we're going to add a couple of special things in. We're going to add.
Good question, Greg.
No, it's totally good question.
Thank you,
It's
Jess.
preference.
Yes.
Spice,
Talk
bad
about it.
question.
We got a little Shayne spice,
So
as
you got some
always.
Shayne spice
I
on that
mixed
one.
up some.
Because it's delicious.
Right. I just like cream cheese frosting.
But wait, what?
I'm gonna go in the corner.
Stepping back, what happens if I'm like on a Saturday, desperate need of pumpkin spice cake bites, and I have no cream cheese? Could I get away with just putting some like sugar and something? Can I skip
think
it?
You could. Get a can of frosting just from the store. That would probably be the best thing. And you can put any kind of frosting in there you want. You can put just white frosting or maybe some even chocolate. Chocolate and pumpkin's delicious. So we're going to stir into this a tablespoon of pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie spice that I kind of made up at home. I kind of keep this around because I like it. Oh, you're wrong. You mix it up with some cinnamon.
Because it's good,
Because it's
Eat what
delicious,
you like, girl.
right?
Eat what you like.
It's just cinnamon and cloves, just a teeny bit of cloves,
That smells
nutmeg,
delightful.
fresh nutmeg, and allspice and ginger. And then if you make your own, you totally get to pick, like I really like ginger, so I put extra ginger in there. And to make it taste like that famous coffee drink, we're gonna put a teaspoon of espresso powder in here and mix this up.
Ooh, you're kicking up another
So
notch
you
there,
totally
Shayne.
are actually getting like the coffee drink.
Now you're
fancy
really
coffee
talking
drink,
Greg's language.
right?
Amen.
Give this a mix.
That looks like it's going to be tough to mix, Shayne.
You know it is, and so prepared as I am sometimes, I actually brought some that's already done. But you're going to want to mix this up until it looks like this. You don't want to see any of the extra frosting or the spices mixing out.
If it's a little dry, Shayne, would you add some water or no?
I would probably add
any
more
moist-
frosting.
More frosting.
More frosting,
Okay.
because you're going to start out with maybe a cup and a half of frosting. You might need more, you might need less. The cake with the pumpkin mixed in is really moist. So you kind of don't want to put 2 cups of frosting in there and then be like, oh, this is all gloppy.
Are you going to ruin it if you put this in a mixer? Do I have to hand mix this?
You're not going to ruin a mixer. You might ruin your mixer. It's really tough on the mixer because it's really, really dense.
Okay, I was just looking
No,
for the
you can. Give it a shot. But if you hear your mixer start to kind of get bogged down.
Or you start to see smoke coming from
smoke?
it.
Go get a
Get the
PSL.
right?
PSL and take a break.
Yes, yes. So then after that's done, we're just going to scoop this onto
And
a pan.
it almost then goes back to looking like raw batter in a way.
It looks almost like, it does look like batter. So we're going to scoop this with just little 1.5 ounce scoops. Scoop them whatever size you like. They could be smaller, they could be bigger.
Can you eat just one before it's baked?
You can eat all.
I did.
Anytime. We want one?
Did you have one?
Well, I
We're
just
not
ate
gonna bake
one.
That was I thought that was already baked.
But you know
there's
what?
no baking. The only baking is the cake.
The best part was it was a little like raw in the middle,
Yeah,
and I
they're gonna
kind of
be.
thought, oops, I got one that
No,
wasn't
they're going to be
cooked.
chewy because it's all the frosting and the cake kind of stay a little.
Still
a little
tasted
bit-
good.
Right? No, it's not. It's
Well,
not.
Shayne
That's
made
exactly
it,
how
of
they're.
course.
That's how they're going to be.
It's got cream cheese in it.
We're not going to bake these. We're gonna freeze them for a little bit before we dump them in the.
Ah, there you go. That's why we're putting them on the
okay,
cake
so
sheet.
So
now
put them
I'm
on the
wondering.
sheet. Yeah,
Now
we're
I
not. Yeah, you
understand.
got to have a vessel to put them in the freezer. And so,
A
just
A
vessel.
vessel.
We need to work that into our everyday lexicon.
right,
of vessel.
right. So
More.
this is ready to go, and I have some that I froze for about 20 minutes earlier.
She's taking the frozen vessel out of the
Yes.
Love.
make-believe kitchen.
Do we have enough
Yes.
for the band?
We have plenty for the band,
Okay.
absolutely. I know
Because
that-
Jay can reach them
Jay
from
is
here,
ready.
and
He's
he's
threatened
ready.
already. He's totally threatened already. Will you grab the orange? We've got some
hello?
white
Where is
chocolate.
it?
Grab the orange.
Okay,
There's
yes.
orange coating in the microwave.
This microwave's too tall for
Oh,
Jessica. That's
sorry.
cool.
You were tall today.
I know.
So
What's this?
this is just some chocolate candy wafers that I melted, and we're going to use them to color some of them if you like.
Chocolate candy wafers.
Yeah, you can buy them at the craft store, not usually at the grocery store, but like, you know, AC Moore or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can buy them in all different colors and flavors. Some of them are flavored, some of them are just colored. And this is the white chocolate candy coating that we actually have a package of to see. You can get that right
Formerly
in the
known as
grocery store.
almond bark.
Yes, absolutely.
Jess, we need to go on a shopping spree with this gal.
Right.
That would be fun.
I think she would just end up candy coating us.
She would
Right,
put us
we
in the
would be.
cart.
Leaving us
Yeah.
in the.
You'd be strapped in a little race car cart.
Indeed.
So
That's
now
all right.
that
Throw
they're
some pumpkin
frozen,
bites at me, and I'll be good.
Go out on
Right?
the tiny little carousel
So we're
outside.
going
I
to just
got
dip
this.
them in here. We're not going to be too careful. They're going to be a little craggy. And we're going to pop them into one of the little parchment tiny
Yeah.
Vessels.
vessels. No, cupcake
A
wrappers.
paper vessel.
So we can do one in orange.
What else have you
too.
added to this?
Nothing. I wish I had.
But
sure?
could you?
I
Could
wish,
you?
I wish I had. That would be a great excuse. Anyway, and you can decorate the tops, Jess, if you want to go ahead and get that one.
Just sprinkle?
Yeah, that's the espresso powder.
My hands
That's
don't
the-
feel. I feel like
oh,
I'm going to be like
You'll be
giant
fine.
man hands in this. So
You'll
I'm
be-
just going to.
right.
Not that there's anything wrong with
Don't
giant
Don't
man
mess it
hands,
up,
friends.
Jess.
I'm just saying.
You might get
I
scolded.
feel like I'll be like.
So there's coffee for some of them. There's some pumpkin pie spice, the whole combination. There's some ginger and there's some cinnamon.
Sheesh.
And you can totally.
Would you put those back in the refrigerator, Shane?
Yeah,
Or
I
just
would
serve
store
them
these
up?
in the fridge. I would
Okay.
let them sit out. Oh, got ahead of myself.
Oh.
You're
Well,
fine.
you're going to have to make pumpkin pie
That's totally-
spice out of all
That's
this
fine.
debacle.
This is like the I Love Lucy episode.
Right,
where
it
the
kind of
chocolate's
is the
coming down
candy. It's the
conveyor
candy
belt.
episode.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go back to the
What do you have?
kitty
Got
over
the-
here. You want a little
Thank you
cream
very
cheese
much.
makes it
Yeah,
delicious,
cream
as we've
cheese.
learned this
Exactly.
morning. Shane.
All right, Shane. We're
Thank
going to get
you.
this recipe up there on our website a little later on today. WTVR.com/VTM is the place for you to go to get that recipe.